That's what I mean. You been there doing high shit. Broken cards, always stood by me when there was nobody. Doing the realest, don't shed the same tears. Why would I cheat? What would I be sucker? If I don't let them carry me, big fish you eat me. If I don't let them carry me, big fish you eat me. One shot, clean shot, one night. Me no cure what you say, when me cure what you do. Mama can't raise no fool. Look at him there, you just feel that I'm move. It was you, then you said I'm not true. So that me can lie, so I lie. It's just some wrong information, false accusation, hallucination. Don't let your mind turn you down. You got pretty face, nice lips, good shit. Ain't a sweet taste. More when I be turning you down for another chick. I would never do that. You my baby. You're the only guy he knows. No one can take your place. I wanna let you know no one will ever show face. And telling every time in the dark you glow. Casey loves you. You're the only one he shows. But if he ever touches her, he must swallow him more. If I ever touch her, he must swallow me. I get that shit in me. Mommy, what that shit carry me. I saw you dancing. I saw you doing ding, 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 ding. I saw you kissing. Even say you're doing some touching. If I never touch you, you feel and swallow me. I get that shit in me. Mommy, what that shit carry me. Let me feel it. Swallow me all. Mommy, what I want. She carry me go. Follow me home. Mommy, what I like.
No cards, no gimmicks. Just pure rock and roll hits on 107.1.
Your one stop for non-stop hit music all night on
107.1
FM. Your one stop for non-stop hit music all night on
107.1
FM.
Okay, it's a pleasant one. There's Saturday morning, folks. Good morning. Again, we are back. We are certainly back on a Saturday. Yes, sometimes you want to relax, but sometimes it's what you choose to do. So they say, no food for lazy man. No food for lazy man. Yes. So that's it. No food for lazy men. So I'm not going to pretend to be lazy. And in fact, I'm not even lazy. I'm a very strong guy. Very, very strong man. Um, I'm a very strong guy. And that's why I don't allow laziness to overtake me. So first, good morning and welcome to it this morning. And so we are here. Yesterday was a day that Liberians, yes, I mean, I should not say Liberians. Some Liberians, what do I say, disappointed or what? Yes, some Liberians were disappointed. Some expected what happened. Some were just in the middle. Anyway, when or whatsoever, they accepted. But that's the nature of the game. And so this morning, let me just quickly remind you, got a copy of the, what is it? Unfortunately for me, I could not go through it because I was so busy yesterday. I got a copy of the new approved transportation fares. I was officially released on Tuesday, August 10th, 2021. Yeah, when I got it, I got home late last night, and I could not. I tried to go through it, but I could not. Certain things I could not understand, so I decided to just put a hold on it. It says Ministry of Transport, the new approved transportation fares officially released on Tuesday, August 10, 2021, by the Ministry of Transport and the Ministry of Commerce and Industry. And so, in the meantime, before then, there's a press release here. There's a press release attached to it. And in the press release, I see summary of the first with the offenses and stuff like that. And then I came to the real one, but I got a bit confused. I could not understand. So I'm trying to go through it, understand it, and by the grace of God, next Saturday, I will give you it. I will read out some of, no, not all, because it's buggy. It's like a pamphlet, so you just can't read all. But we'll touch some areas, somewhere where you got concern, and you can talk about that. I'm trying to bring in the public relations officer of the Ministry of Transport's Lemio Clemmy, but it cannot be today. We're trying to start talking about that because we need to go through this. And another thing is that sustenance of it, how will it be sustained, and the application, how will it be applied with people, with drivers, commercial drivers. We can talk about commercial drivers. Will they abide by it, or it's going to be the same old thing that we saw in previous years, where passengers and drivers will start to fight because of fare? So that's it. So I got it. Let me say kudos to the man, Lemio Clement. When I called him and expressed that I needed a copy of it, he told me, you're going to bring it. And thankfully, yesterday, he came in our office. I was not here. He called me and said, oh, wow, I'm not there, but leave it with somebody. And then he left with my security. So, Mr. Clement, I would say thank you very much for at least doing what you did. Instead of me working for it, you decided to bring it to me. That's what friends are for. As a matter of fact, he's my friend. He's a very good friend of mine. So let me trust me. I received it yesterday's night before going home. I received it by 9 o'clock, and I got home because of the rain. I got home late. I could not just digest it or go through it totally, or maybe some key areas. So what I'm doing, I'll take this week because it's buggy. I'll take this week to touch some places. But trust me, when I'm reading through it, if I don't understand anywhere, I'll call you to explain to me on the phone. Yeah. So, folks, that's it. And as I said, this appointment were all around the city yesterday. We were all dressed up in our red, white, and blue attires. And Liberians were prepared to see the senior national team, the senior national soccer team. That's the way to put it. Because senior team, they got different senior teams. They got a keyboard senior team, they got a basketball senior team. So it's a senior national soccer team. So that's the soccer we're talking about here. So the senior national soccer team, yesterday again, disappointment. And my disappointment came, I didn't see what Nigeria really played. The Nigeria that I know, the Super Eagle that I know. Well, anyway, I'll touch that later. But in the meantime, yesterday people predicted, and as it stands, no one won the scratch card. So Nikos Andrews, thanks for the scratch card. I didn't receive it. You still have it though, but we can do that. We can do another thing to get a scratch card. Those people, I still have my father's scratch card with me. We can do something, but we can't do it today. That's all. But I'll call you. I got your number, Nikos Andrews. He promised to give additional $5 scratch card to those I was predicting yesterday. So it means that we had two $10 scratch cards, $5 from my end, $5 from him. But nobody won a scratch card. Only one person went against Liberia yesterday in the prediction. We had 12 persons predicting. Only one person went against Liberia. And the prediction he gave was 6-1. That's Afre Bebo. So, boy, the prediction didn't go through. So, now we need. So, yesterday at 12 midday, I opened the line and we talked about our senior team predicted the match yesterday, and we had 12 callers. David Woa said Liberia going to beat 2-1, so he's out. Gloria To said Liberia going to beat 2-0, so she's out. OUT. Adam D. Nimle said again, I'm going to draw 1-1. He's out. Lawrence Famula said Liberia going to win 1-0. He's out. Elton Thompson said Liberia going to win 1-0. He's out. Ibrahim Ba, that's Ibrahim Ba, said Liberia going to, the game going to draw 0-0, so he's also out. Isaiah Weah said 2-0 for Liberia, he's out. Irekia said 2-1 for Liberia, he's out. Nikos Andrew called and said he want to provide $5 scratch card. So Nico, I'll call you later. That scratch card will still keep it to do another thing. You're my partner now. Jacob Gbokie said 1-0 for Liberia, he's out. Afre Bebo said 6-1 for Nigeria, he's also out. And the final caller, Lawrence, did not predict, he went out. He went off the line. So no one won the scratch card yesterday, the prediction. But I'm going to call Nikos. I'm going to discover what to do other. We're organizing another program for people to win it. So first, good morning and welcome. Today we're going to be asking a few questions. What do you make of the senior national soccer team performance yesterday? What do you make of the senior national soccer team performance yesterday against the Super Eagles of Nigeria? Were they impressive? If you were asked for recommendation to our soccer or football authorities in this country, what would be your recommendation? Which recommendation will you proffer to them so that we see the betterment of the senior national soccer team? That's going to be the big question this morning. But in the meantime, after 8 o'clock, let's join the VOA for 5 minutes new. We'll come back. We open the lines. We'll have interaction from now to 9 o'clock this morning. Let's join the VOA.
This is VOA News via remote. I'm Tommy McNeil. U.S. President Joe Biden on Friday directed the declassification of certain documents related to the September 11, 2001 terror attacks. A supportive gesture to victims and their families who have long sought the records in hopes of implicating the Saudi government. The order, coming little more than a week before the 20th anniversary of the attacks, is a significant moment in a years-long tussle between the government and the families over what classified information about the run-up to the attacks could be made public. That conflict was on display just last month when many relatives, survivors, and first responders came out against Biden's participation in 9/11 memorial events if the documents remain classified. Power should be restored to New Orleans by the middle of next week. That's according to utility officials on Friday. Sheriff's deputies did warn that people returning to communities outside the city should come equipped like survivalists. This is because of the lack of basic services in the aftermath of Hurricane Ida. The storm knocked out electricity to more than 1 million customers in Louisiana alone. But almost all lights in the city should be back on by Wednesday, according to Entergy. That is the company that provides power to New Orleans and much of southeast Louisiana that was in the storm's path. The lack of power made a sultry stretch of summer hard to bear, and it added to the woes in the aftermath of Ida. Louisiana authorities searched Friday for a man who shot another man to death after they both waited in a long line to fill up for gas. This is VOA News. New Zealand authorities now say that they shot and killed an extremist after he entered a supermarket and unleashed a knife attack that wounded 6 shoppers. The Prime Minister, Jacinda Ardern, has described Friday's violence as a terror attack. She says the man was a Sri Lankan national who was inspired by the Islamic State group. She says he is well known to the nation's security agencies and was being monitored around the clock because the man was under constant monitoring. Ardern says that a police surveillance team and a special tactics group were able to shoot and kill him within 60 seconds of the attack starting. 3 of those who had been stabbed were seriously injured. A small group of Afghan women who have protested near the presidential palace in Kabul, demanding equal rights from the Taliban. Afghanistan's new rulers are working on forming a government and seeking international recognition. The Taliban captured most of the country in a matter of days last month and celebrated the departure of the last U.S. forces after 20 years of war. Now they face urgent challenges of governing a war form of Islamic rule. But many Afghans, especially women, last 2 decades. North has ordered officials to wage a tougher epidemic prevention campaign in what he called our style after he turned down some foreign COVID-19 vaccines offered via the UN-backed immunization program. State media said Kim told Politburo meeting the task of virus prevention was of paramount importance and needed material and technical support and qualified health workers. North Korea earlier in the week told the UN that its allotment of Sinovac doses should be sent to countries with severe outbreaks. Its allotment of AstraZeneca doses is delayed. Some experts believe North Korea may want other vaccines and may want to distribute them strategically within its population. And America's employers added just 235,000 jobs in August. That's a modest gain after 2 months of robust hiring at a time when the Delta variant spread has discouraged some people from flying, shopping, and eating out. The unemployment rate dropped to 5.2% from 5.4% in July. The August job gains the government reported Friday fell far short of the big gains in June and July. Via remote, I'm Tommy McNeil, VOA News.
I want Liberian loose star, 1 of 4 players. I want Liberian loose star, got 1 of 4 players. I want Liberian people we choose success. Our Liberian people, we choose success. Our Liberian people, we choose success. Our Liberian people, we choose success. Wherever you play, wherever you go, the Liberian people, we choose victory, victory, victory.
Okay, so this is just one of the songs that was played yesterday throughout the country, and people were watching the game, and these songs were being played, inspiring Liberians, motivating, encouraging. But at the end of the day, we all left our video clubs, our entertainment centers with a frustrating hearts. But you know, for those of you watching us on our Facebook page and our YouTube channel, I'm going to play the goals that Nigeria scored against Liberia yesterday. The highlight of the two goals, so you will see it. I don't know, for those of you who will be probably listening on the radio, yeah, you might not be able to see it, but it's online. And see the kind of goals that Liberia, that Nigeria scored, cheap goals. Hey, man. You know, when I started thinking yesterday, I was sort of disappointed. But I started thinking and said, but when were we as Liberians? When were our authority who are responsible for soccer in this country, or sports, if you will, sit down and think? To say, no, we need to do something. Let's make Liberians happy. Even when Liberia is playing out of the country, Liberians are yearning to watch their senior national soccer team playing. To tell you that we got the country at heart. We know soccer. You don't play Liberia soccer, Benny. So the last time I'm a member of, I'm a Chelsea fan. With my colleagues, we were celebrating the Champions League victory. Chelsea fans. One of my senior brothers in the media, I don't want to call his name, asked me, why are you doing this? Why don't you do that for IE or Barrow? So I said, where are IE and Barrow? Hey, where are they? Where are they? You think IE and Barrow be making me happy or not support them? I'm an IE fan. I love IE so much. But what did they do for which today IE and Barrow gone down? They say I'm a parade the street for IE and Barrow. I mean, trust me, man. If you don't make me happy, I can make you happy. That's it. I can make you happy. So what I'm saying for sure is that people want to see things that will make them happy, comfortable, relaxed, bring joy to them. And you see our senior team playing yesterday, even honor the tutelage of people say, where my coach? All the people say, where my coach? Nothing we saw yesterday. The Nigeria that I know. What Nigeria played? Nothing different Nigeria played. And the score kind of a cheap goals on us. So for those who are saying, they will be. Yes, I agree. I myself, I knew that we could not just live for over easily. So I just expected a draw. But nothing extra Nigeria played yesterday. Nothing extra. And when I said yesterday on this radio that, I know Liberia, the soccer team, they can only play for 20-25 minutes, they finish. People thought what happened yesterday? They started on a very good 40, but later on, another fatigue or what? President, we are. I'll say this, President, we are. Please. Your success or successes you've had today is started with soccer. Your successes you've had today, what we say, some people can say that you are the most successful man in Liberia. People can see. But your successes you have today that you stay enjoying, it started with soccer. And some of us will be very disappointed if you leave power and the thing they call soccer in this country is not improved. On a serious note, we will be very disappointed if we hear say President Weah is former president and soccer in Liberia is not improved. Some of us will feel very, very disappointed. Your success should start manifesting in a soccer arena of this country. You can be a former soccer player. You're now a president, you have all power. And then our country go play a game. We came in perform. Sit down with the stakeholders and ask, what's the problem? So that's the reality I'm telling you. Some of us will be disappointed if you leave power today. Whatsoever time you want to serve, and you serve those time or time, and you leave, and soccer is not improving this country, we will be disappointed in you. Trust me, President Weah. The success you have today, all the successes you have today, and you stay enjoying them, it started where? From soccer. That's the first thing. Started from soccer. Amen. You know, for me, if I should recommend, I would say the national team should resign or withdraw from all competition. The senior national soccer team should withdraw from all competition for the next 4 to 5 years. Other countries did it. Nigeria, you see, so Nigeria did it for 5 years. They withdrew from all competitions. They built a team. In building that team, what they did, they sent their young players out in the competitive leagues in Europe. When Nigeria came back after 5 years, what happened? Nigeria was the first to reckon with in Africa, even the world at large. Nigeria went to the African Cup of Nations, went to World Cup. They withdrew from all competition for 5 solid years, building a team. When Nigeria came back, they were forced to reckon with. You could not catch Nigeria and beat them. You want to challenge me like go to where you check it out, you see a few years ago. So if I should recommend, I would say we should withdraw the senior national soccer team from all competition in the world for the next 4 to 5 years and build a team. Look, Liberians who got Liberian players playing out there, but we're making use of them. Trust me, we got people from Liberia who, yeah, some of them we agree. They were born abroad, some of them they were born here, they went abroad, they grew up there, playing for all Google teams. But do we have the power to convince them to bring them to play for our country? That's the problem. And when Liberians want to see joy, to see that senior soccer team playing, winning, they will go see nothing but mess. Look at the second goal that Uche had ball scored yesterday. Unacho. Look at the second goal. Hey, man, for God's sake, man. Look at the second goal. Even when that one goal there, man, they win the first goal. Look at the player man kick the ball from. And we say we guys see on national. You know, and me, I will say everywhere. If President Weah leaves office today and soccer is not improving in this country, we will be highly disappointed. We will be disappointed. We will be disappointed to the highest degree. You can't be a soccer president. No, you came from the grassroots of soccer. You went to the highest peak of soccer in the world, not just Africa. You went to the highest peak of soccer in the world. You were African best, world best. You know what I mean? For President Weah, I will say that and say it. You need to do me. My recommendation there. I will recommend that the senior national soccer team should withdraw from all international competition for the next team. You can't keep dumping the hope and of the Liberian people like that. The country playing abroad, playing away. You can see yesterday, Morovia, everybody with a red, white, and blue shirt. Just them moving. High hopes. Go watch again. The beginning, yeah. I said, look, we only play for 20-25 minutes. Then that's with the rest of the minute, just leave it on Nigeria. Nigeria will finish it. People were arguing with me. That what happened? Liberia National Team, the second team can play 90 minutes game. No, I don't know. Anyway, fuck, that's it. So that's it. I want to ask you, what's your impression? Was the team impressive yesterday? Was the team impressive yesterday? If you had a time to recommend to stakeholders, or let me say to the president, because you're number one. If you had a time and space to recommend to the president of Liberia, relative to soccer in Liberia, what would you recommend to him? Nigeria did it. Nigeria withdrew from competition 5 years, built a team, went to very academies in their country, brought all youth. That's where you saw the likes of Wanko Kanone, Sonny Oliside. You saw the likes of JJ Okoshade. You look, we can name plenty. Daniel Mokachi there. When they came back, when Nigeria came back, they were forced to reckon in the war. Not just Africa. Because they saw that people were disgracing and they said, no, we can't be disgraced all the time like that on national team. No. So we'll set up for 5 years and bear our team. When they came back, man, started disgracing teams and Ryan. So Nigeria playing the World Cup. We supported them in the World Cup. Because of representing Africa. That's what they did. We can do it. But it is up to our stakeholders in this country to decide. Yeah, withdraw. Because every day abroad go play a discussion abroad for watching. Look at that game yesterday. Anyway, let me hear from you. I want to hear from you. Yeah, if you had the time and space to recommend, what would be your recommendation? Yeah, let do something this morning. Look, that thing is hurting people and it hurting me. People are hurting me. Yeah, me hurting me. Even though, look, if Liberia had played, or not, if Nigeria had played a better game yesterday and beat like, I wouldn't have even thought about that. But Nigeria did not play nothing extra. Score funny goal on us like that. Look at the first goal where the ball to kick. The first goal that Nacho score. Look at why he's stood on the kick. The second goal it was mess. Defender one boy go ball back to your pole. Then Nacho lay on defender turning around tracking ball. People do that one to people like Sergio Ramon. To John the time John. You don't do it to people like Cavallo there. You let Striker lay on you and the boy and track it down the ground, turn and kick. Cheap goal like that. Yeah, man. Anyway, yeah, I know y'all will call. I want to play the highlights so that those are watching via our Facebook page and the YouTube channel can see the goal. The 2 goals that Nigeria scored yesterday that is spinning me, that hurting my soul and my body, everything. I even got goals yesterday for the national team. Hey, my man. Hello. Okay. So, for those of you who are watching the live feed, you want to watch it, go on Sky Communications Liberia Facebook page. Or maybe you can go on our YouTube channel, Sky FM and TV Liberia. You watch it. I'm talking and playing it. So for those of you who are watching, you come and see the highlight, the 2 goals highlight, very cheap goals. You see, look at that against that. You're watching. You see, look, yeah, you see George Gibro, all of them on the bench. And Nyombo, Jay, the main captain, from as Liberians on the field. Now look at there's the first goal. Look at the first goal. Look at I've been making a ball from say. Yeah. The thing is just now I can't see the second goal. Just the second goal. Okay. Look at Songo go catch ball in family A. You're not getting me not playing the pole. Tommy Songo go catch a ball in playing. Yeah, come here, put them on the screen. Yeah. Tommy Songo. Look at the goal. Look at the second goal. Look at the second goal here. Eh? My boy, you put on Washington. Look at the second goal here. Look at the second goal here. The defender, I will carry by your way. Look at that throw. La brought defender, look at Nacho. Look, Lord. The thing, no, it had to be by a laughable man. Look at the man lay on the defense, track the point, team man, hey, kick. Tommy Songo through and no one to that ball. Look at, you see the highlight? They even had a tail go to school ball. Then when you add there, Tommy Songo did well to save it here. All right, folks. All right, folks. Thanks. Let me stop it. I'm quite getting my heart away. Yeah, man. Anyway, let me take a bite of my son. When I come back, I will display the number on the screen, and now you can call. For those of you watching out of Liberia, you can call our WhatsApp number. It's +231 777 107. +231 777 107. Only for those out of Liberia on the WhatsApp. And in Liberia, you can call 0778 0777 777 107 or 0777 221 223. 0777 107 or 0777 221 223. Let's talk it this morning. What do you make of the performance of the senior national soccer team yesterday? Were they impressive? Did you see a future in that team? Did you see a future there? Okay, so the numbers the numbers are displayed on the screen now. Let me try to see what I can put this line on. Let's hear you. Let's hear you this morning. Let's go to this first caller. Good morning.
Yeah, good morning.
Good morning, my dear friend. How you doing?
I'm fine, and you?
I'm better, bro. What's the name?
Yeah, I'm Joe Jason calling from the borough of Good.
Joe, welcome. Did you watch the game yesterday?
Yeah.
Were you happy?
No, I wasn't happy because the way the coach showed the team.
How you coach you the team?
Yeah, because I know that Oscar Dole always play in our central.
But it's in the defense.
But you take Oscar Dole
and put in the defense
and put him on the star.
On the star.
Yeah. It is just saying carry in also.
What is this thing carry?
4-4-2.
What we prefer?
So I want to the chief patron of sport. Because the job manager. Yeah, to put more attention to the sport. Because it's where he came from. That carry in Cameroon.
That's where he came from. Yeah, the president started from the very grassroots of soccer in this country and went to the highest peak of football in the world.
So they put more.
He needs to do something. That's what I'm saying. A president we are leaves up
the You see, that football.
Yeah.
Isn't it? That football break is there. So I want when we start for the tournament, for the competition, let him design national team for at least 4 to 5 years.
We will draw from all competition and build our team. Nigeria and large Dele in the play and they came out very good. We can do it.
Yeah, so that all I see, so that all my problem I get. Thank you.
Thank you very much, my brother. Yeah, President, we are honestly, man. President, we need to do something. The thing they call soccer, you are associated with soccer highly in Liberia, even the world. Your popularity today do not come from presidency. Your popularity today in the world, they don't come from presidency, it came from soccer. When we leave Liberia, we go out of Liberia, when we say Joey, I say, oh, yes, they know you because you came from soccer, not from presidency. Now you are president, fine. You need to do something for the senior national soccer team. Please. And that's it. We will be disappointed. Some people will be disappointed if you leave power with nothing done about soccer improvement in this country. Honestly. So begging the president, we are looking at it here. Me, I'm not recommendation there. Recommendation there. President, we are on a recommendation there. He asked me today, I'll say it tomorrow, I'll say it today. Dissolve the national team, the senior national soccer team. Build for the next, maybe Nigerian did it for 5 years. For all can say, okay, we want to do it for 3-4 years. It'll be better for us. Oh, my telephone just freezing the money. Okay, so call me on 0777-777-107 or 0777-221-223. And for those of you out of the country, you can call us on our WhatsApp number. And the number is +231-777-777-107. Oh, this guy. What did I see? Yeah, let's go. Yesterday, the country, man, everybody went in red, went in blue. So gonna call us, so gonna we were on it. And we're seeing national team. Yeah? Oh, watch again and nothing. Okay, so my lines are okay now. Let me see. They want to stay freezing, but my okay, the 777-777-107 number is okay. Me, what do you make of the game yesterday? Where yes, we lost 2-1. 2-0. Why won't get a blow 1-4? We lost 2-0 yesterday. Well, we were impressive, as a matter of fact. Even the Nigeria team were not even impressive. They get played that game and won. Yeah. Nigeria team were not impressive. If you had a time to advise the coach, or you tell him, who will you recommend to the coach to bring back to the team or to bring on board as player, Yeah, yesterday, anyway, but some of all we never expected Liberia to win there. But I expected Liberia to put up a very high resistance, very, very strong force that Nigeria would have sweat before even scoring a single goal. But as I said, we play the game. I don't know. It's becoming everyday thing now for the senior national soccer team. Play the game, play the first 20 to 25 minutes, and the rest of the minutes you leave it, and you start scoring and beating you. That is not what we want. Okay, let me see here. No. What's wrong? What my line and get freezing in the morning? Okay, let me take this break. Okay, so let's go here. Good morning.
Good morning, Julius.
Good morning. The voice sound of Vimeo Roberts.
It is Vimeo Roberts.
Calling from where?
I'm calling from Local Town.
Let's hear you, bro.
Julius.
Did you watch the game yesterday?
Of course, yes.
What do you make of it?
I'm highly disappointed in the national team.
Why?
Seriously. Why especially our goalkeeper?
Who?
Why especially our goalkeeper?
Tommy Songo?
Yes.
Why disappointed Tommy Songo for? Eh?
What's the answer for Tommy Songo?
So who you prefer? Eh?
The third choice. The third choice.
Third choice?
Yes.
So you prefer the third choice to the first choice?
I think we didn't start anything, right?
Vimeo.
I think we didn't start anything.
Yeah, in the game. But let me ask you, if you want to recommend to the president, who is the chief patron of sports, who started from the grassroots of soccer in this country and went to the highest peak of soccer in the world, what would be a recommendation?
Julius, what I want us to do dissolve the whole national team for everybody come back. Tell the person put the player on salary. And put it that work for 2 or 3 years. Tell people this going out of the country be just back to the team and see the national team will build. I just see Nigeria, Ghana, and the other team. That's how we build a team.
So you think when we withdraw ourselves from all international competition and build our team for the next few years, we'll have a very good team too, like Nigeria and others did?
Of course, do better. Better. And our players, they feel when they come out, they come out and all the network.
Our next game is against the Central African Republic.
I know we should go with your money. It will be a tough match. If we come to FIFA, we our Zoom.
No, we have 0 points. Nigeria got 3, Cape got 1 point, and Central African Republic got 1 point. You know, Cape and they drew. Oh, FIFA ranking by leader one. I mean, you want to go in FIFA ranking again? Leave FIFA ranking, baby. You sure, my man? No, man, I believe it, man.
I'm telling you.
We can beat Cape, man. We can beat it. We can.
You can be who?
We can beat Cape, man.
Yeah, baby. If we get a point for that, if we get a point for that, don't trust me anymore. If I tell you.
Okay, thank you, Vimeo. Thank you very much. Let's go and talk to the irresistible Pony. Pony, good morning.
Good morning, Julius, and I'm very honored and happy to be on your network this wet Saturday morning.
Yeah, thank you. You're welcome, brother.
And I want to thank you too, and you and Sky, for bringing forth the Lone Star on the spotlight. And I'd like to satisfactorily concur with you that we need to pull out of all international tournaments and train and develop our program and see how we can do better. 4 to 5 years, approximately, we'll do better. Yeah, I want to agree with you.
Because, I'm saying it, I will say it for the fact. If the day I hear that president, he left office already, and soccer is not improving this country, will be highly disappointed in him.
I also want to agree with you.
Because the man started, when the president started from the grassroots of soccer in Liberia,
BBC,
it went to the highest peak of soccer in the world.
In fact, BBC, most of the time when they're referencing President Weah, they can say footballing
president. Thank you.
Yeah. So the fact that they gave it that nomenclature, the fact that they call it footballing president, it tells you that you have to do better in the direction. He has to do it because, we are the only country right now in the world, Africa at large, Africa, that have a footballing president on the continent. And President Weah need to work along with sport authority. We need to get Gbokie down. We need training. I appreciate the word coach, but we have to invest in other sectors to improve this game. You know that the running debate is very frustrating that we have a footballing president and our stadium were banned for not playing game. It's denigrating to us. Let's be frank.
Yeah.
You see, it's not good news for us. We like this president. This is our president.
Yesterday they can see us. That's it in town, man. Everybody are red, white, and blue.
Yes.
Man,
that's our pride.
For me, what I'm saying is that if even Nigeria beat us, right? And I knew that we could not even beat Nigeria.
Yes.
I did a draw. But I wanted Nigeria for all the person that are resisting. Even Nigeria be able to say yes.
It was being difficult. The reason is that we don't have the program. And more besides, I can't recall us beating Nigeria or in Nigeria. Can you imagine we did the statistic? We have played 15 times. We met 15 times.
Yeah, remember, I wanted someone to stay resistant. Look, man, but Nigeria didn't play nothing extra. I'm not lying.
Yeah, but that's the experience now. We have met 15 times. The 15th time Liberia beat 2, 3 drew, Nigeria won 10. It was 9 yesterday, make it 10. It is graceful. We have met 15 times in total. Liberia won 2, we drew 3. And Nigeria won 10. It's a bad record for us against them.
Oh, yeah, man.
And what besides, I want you to understand that even Julius, during the Josh Weah time, the best of the Iraq, the James Sadisat Diva time, we have still never beaten Nigeria in Nigeria.
Okay, let's forget about Nigeria game. Okay, we got other games that we played and we saw the national team performing abysmally, and we got other games coming.
Julius, you said dismally, it might be catastrophic. I will use the word catastrophic for us in future games to come. Reason being, I mean, the team is not prepared. We need to pull out of it. France did it. There was a time the great France pulled out of international tournament, and it
1998 World Cup. They took the
and
one.
they appealed to FIFA to host France 98. You remember that France?
And that was the year they took it.
That was the year they took it. Because what? They pulled out and they prepared. They developed the team. They
Even
trained,
Nigeria, talking about Nigeria did it. 5 years, Nigeria pulled out of all competitions. They built a team. When they came back, they took the African Cup of Nations. They went to World Cup. They were forced to reckon we're in the world, not in Africa alone.
But you know, I'll be able to let you know. You know, when do you know a country is really serious? You know a country is serious if you look at the draft national budget. It is the budget that puts spending priorities. If you look at, for example, if you see how much is in the budget for sport, I think we got pretty close to 30 plus sport in general. You will see what we have, the money that they said for football alone, it can't even take care of football. Then you say 30 sports. I mean, the thing is frustrating. Julius, I was going through the budget and I felt very bad. If I frown on lawmaker, there's a place there on the Ministry of Health they call mental health. And in that budget, the guys went in the draft budget, the executive place $20,000 for mental health in and around the country. 20,000, can you imagine, for mental health, crazy people, cracky people to take care of people.
20,000 of money.
They put 20,000. The legislature stepped it to 50,000. The legislature put 30,000 on it. So I met somebody. I said, Chief, I said, Honorable, I said, you guys took 30,000 each.
Yeah. 30,000
even the supplementary budget, you guys put $25,000 there for yourself each. Then you put 50,000 for mental health in the whole country.
Nationally.
I mean, it's frustrating. If you look at Ghana, if you look at other countries, the people got 10, 15 millions for mental health, building mental asylum home to take care of crazy people, mental asylum home. You go to Ivory Coast, you see 14 million in the budget for mental health.
Thank you. We'll talk that one later. Man, we are judges up. We'll talk.
Thank you, man. Thank you, Julius. It's a good show, and I'm following the show. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much. That's putting the irresistible. There, let's try to go to our international line to talk to somebody from is that the US? Yes. Good morning.
Yes, good morning, sir. How are you? My name is Cyrus when I call you from Minnesota.
Okay, Cyrus, welcome. Let's hear you, Cyrus. Did you watch the game last night or yesterday?
Yes, I watched a game yesterday, and it was so disappointing to me. And, you know, I have a question that I had to ask you guys. You know, I want to ask you a question.
If I can answer, go on.
Yeah. Do you able to go for an exam without studying a lesson and make a successful pass in the lesson?
Unprepared. Of course, if you don't study, go do exam, you'll fail. Or like maybe you want to be a genius.
Okay. My second question to you again is, do you able to go and judge a case between two persons and look at two persons without asking any question and say, you wrong, you right?
No.
Okay, very good. But in our soccer in Liberia, we can look at the two parties and tell the person you win, you lost. Yeah, like the game I played between Nigeria and Liberia yesterday. I told my picking who with or how they go Spoon FN, DJ SMW. I said first high in Liberia, if the first 30 minute pass without Nigeria scoring, I will give you a prize. 30 minutes, not even reach Nigeria score.
Yeah.
What I'm trying to say now is that my brother, is that we need to put our team together. The team had to be together. And those people on the ground there, they need to give the coach chance to select his players. Because those players that went for the friendly matches, I guess that most of the players were not called. Most of the players were not called. But once you guys are together, you see when you bring up the children together, they get used to one another. But our team, they are not together. The government of Liberia need to prepare our children. They need to send those children on camp. They need to feed them. If I know we need a good thing to always be happy with our country team.
You know, we got some farm players in this country. In and out of the country. All we need is to put programs in place and that what I said, that what I told you from the beginning.
We need to put those children together. Those guys need to be together. They need to get used to one another. My brother, you think Cristiano Ronaldo that playing today, he all Messi that playing today, he just going to start playing football? They practice together. He put his mind to it. He spent a lot of money because what? He wanted to get somewhere. Okay. But Liberia need to do something. We got all the resources we think about in Liberia, but we are still down, my dear brother. Thank you so much.
Thank you very much. Let's go to line 2. Good morning.
Good morning, Julius.
Good morning. Is that David E. Harris?
Yeah, thank you for the recognition.
Let's hear you.
E. Harris.
Let's hear you.
Julius, you're saying something this morning. And it really pinning me, really hurting my feeling. Saying that if the president leaves power and football is not improved, you'll be disappointed in the president.
I'll be disappointed.
I am disappointed in the president, Julius. The reason is simple. I'm a footballing president. I was still on his ban.
I tell you,
football game here. Julius, it is because of football. President Wida is president today. If it was not for football, this man would have gotten a janitor job in this country. It is football that elevated this president to the higher level in the world. Julius, this man was on the field, on the pitch, and he knew the difficulty they went through. Most often, according to sources, he don't want you to transport the national team to go play football. He don't want you to provide jersey for this national team. He knew all of the constraints behind the national team. You know, I expect the man to do better, to do more. The man know what's going on. But the problem here, he prefers drinking for himself, building your own houses than spending money on the football team.
Okay, let's leave it there. We don't want to go in the politics. I didn't want to talk football. Let's talk football, man, brother. Sorry, let's not talk football. We're talking soccer here this morning. And for me, that's a fact. And that's how I am. That's what I do. I don't miss my voice. And that's a fact. If President Weah leaves office today and soccer is not improving this country, people would be, I alone, people would be disappointed in him. And what Puni said is true. When you listen to international outline, media outline, when they call the president and say footballing president. So it means that you are 100% associated with soccer. President, we are doing something. We beg you. Talk to this call on this side. Good morning.
Yeah, good morning.
How you doing, my brother?
I'm doing fine.
What's your name?
Maurice, I'm from Bombay country, Bajake.
From Bombay country, Bajake. Okay. So,
yeah.
Maurice, let's hear you. Did you watch the game yesterday?
Yeah.
How was it?
The game, we lost the game to Nigeria, but there was some like a technical problem.
Technical problem? What you call technical problem? When you say technical, what do you mean?
Yeah, the coach, they have staff on the coach. Not that he make manage the players on the team. Oscar Dole who know to be a midfielder. Where we saw Oscar on the side of playing left back. When we needed midfielder to get the ball and get good midfielder put on the side. So we will get the ball out.
So you think Oscar Dole would have made a difference if you are playing in midfield? Yeah.
When you see in the center, the only start up around when you see the center is second well, then the shot. Yeah,
but we had Nje was there the captain.
I think Nje one year go all the center. Yeah, in the biggest club there in Europe, you want to the midfielder. Yeah, we have to midfielder. You have to get a goal. And the problem there again, let's say the national team, we point out that we in Africa. So again, somebody didn't have almost like a spiritual for the Indo. The people who play.
The one that's spiritual, is it spiritual? That is spiritual.
They not play for you. All I think, too much. It is Africa. You get us straight going and Nigeria play with all the money. They play spiritually, they play
they can play spiritually?
Yeah.
I don't know. So you want all to go there spiritually too, eh?
Yeah, we're going to go like their team. You want to always go there. Yeah,
So do you believe in soccer with spirituality you're talking about? I mean, you think it can work?
I'm telling you,
you think it can work?
It can work.
So you want to be doing Melati now? Also, Nima good for medicine, eh? Thank you, brother. Thank you. I love it. Line 2, good morning.
Yeah, but Julius, Uncle Julius Gbokie.
Yeah.
Yeah, David Harris. I'll go in the other way. Anyway, I'm sorry for going that way.
Yeah, go on.
Yeah, but Julius, what I was saying, the late President Do, President Do sent the senior national team to Brazil. I think it is our president time to do the scheme for the youth that are coming up. Just what you are saying, I think we have to withdraw from all international football for 4-5 years to prepare ourselves. Thank you this morning, Mr. Gbokie.
Okay, thank you. Thank you very much. Let's go back to line 1. Let's hear you. Good morning.
Yeah, good morning.
How you doing this morning, my brother?
Yeah, I'm Brahma and Akoiboi.
Okay, so let's hear you.
Yeah, I'm listening to your analysis. I think you were making some errors on the goalkeeper of mine yesterday.
Come again.
For the first place, the goalkeeper of mine yesterday was commission with Ashley Williams.
Okay, Ashley Williams, yeah.
Yeah, and number 2, the system the coach use, I think we're not a bad system. If you look at the number of players that he used, he played for 3, 4, 1, 2 positions. He used Oscar Dolly as a way back. So what Oscar Dolly was playing for his club.
And that was wrong.
And number 3, we used 4 players and just gave you for Liver-Sept yesterday. Our first captain for the national team. So they say it's a new team that we're doing. So any player that you for the 5 minutes without conceding goal is a plus for the national team.
45 minutes? Is that 45 minutes?
Yeah, they say for the 5 minutes without goal. It's a plus for the national team.
So let me ask you. So you think you performed good, outperformed better yesterday?
We performed very well.
Oh, okay.
Play against Nigeria for the 5 minutes without conceding a goal. It's a plus for the national team. In our first game, on the coach to play or the Nigeria and the future 0.
Our first game on the coach, yeah. Are you sure?
No, I mean in the qualifier now.
Oh, I'm not getting some games.
And number 2, and my brother, I agree with you to have Julius as president, who came from a full body and background, and to go and to have our stadium banned is a very bad thing for Liberia. I'm very disappointed with the president that will have Julius as president. Oh no, man, I said you are not president. Right? Will play our own game FKD. Then Julius as president will be playing our away game and win. It's very bad. I think we need to do well in that direction. But we'll play Nigeria for Nigeria 2-0. 2-0 at least is a plus for us. So you expected us to lose yesterday, right? I said I'm going to lose. With the US instead of even when we had a team and Georgia, we are never surpassed in Nigeria. We'll go there to give 5-6. So the thing people say, so let me ask you this question. Because they're not happy before, it means I should not happen this time. No. Things can change, my man. Things can change. So then because Joey Island did not beat Nigeria, so that doesn't mean a crop of players cannot beat Nigeria. That's the mentality we should erase. Anyway, thank you very much. Yeah, and that's that. In fact, even politically, people do this. That because I know it didn't happen, so the time not happen. No. Not because it didn't happen, it can happen. And it should serve as a lesson to us. Somebody keep flocking you, keep flocking the person one day. Again, people are small better. How do the people are begin grow someone and get small weight? Where the people are? What you want to say? Good morning.
Good morning, sir.
Good morning. How you doing this morning, my brother?
I'm all right.
Your lie is not too good, though.
From Banjo.
Okay, let's hear you. Did you watch the game yesterday?
Yeah, I saw the game yesterday.
How was it?
But I'm not quite disappointed. After the first half, I left the video club.
Oh, you left the video club?
Yeah, right after the 2 goals, I left the video club. But what I want to say here is that football is not basket. Football is preparation. So okay. Complete preparation.
So we didn't prepare yesterday.
We were not well prepared for that game. And what I'm saying that football preparation is, you can't take Rosa against West Germany today. You say Rosa will beat West Germany. Or you can't take Rosa against Fiji. You say that we're peaceful. So it's complete preparation.
Okay.
So I'm explaining to the chief people of sport that we have to do more for the national team.
Okay.
And what they're saying is that I think to suspend the Rosa for all competition and prepare. Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you. Let's go to this line. Good morning.
Good morning, Julius.
Good morning, my dear friend. Your name?
My name is Lawrence Brown. I come from the Corwell Belt.
Lawrence, welcome. Let's hear you, Lawrence.
You see, Julius, it is very disappointing to have a footballing president and to have our national team moving in this form and manner. Julius, those guys, as for me yesterday, they did extremely well. They did well.
The national team, eh?
Those guys were never motivated. It was never motivated.
When you say motivation, what do you mean? What do you mean motivation? Like how now?
Do you know how much the Nigerian Football Association put up for the first score yesterday?
No.
They put up $1 million. How much did the president put up yesterday for our guys? So at least to motivate the guys, okay, those are the only one who be the first to score our games as well. Just to motivate the players. He never spoke it. He never said anything. There's anything. You see, this footballing president does not want anyone to reach. He does not want anyone to reach the stage that he reaches sport. So this is why he's behaving in this form and manner. He can't behave this way, Even President Taylor that we had here, who did not play football in his life, at the time when he was regime, Dunsta was well supported.
And that was during the war.
Fine, that was during the war.
Supported and they were supported and they were performing.
Performing at that rate, a rebel president as well we call Jackson. He supported Lunsa well. In fact, under his regime, Lunsa was the best dressed team in Africa. But we have George Weah today as the president, who played football, won world best, African best, European best, and nothing he can do for his country team. Thinking, man, we're just disappointed. Have a nice day.
Yeah, I know. Disappointment will come, but that's it. Hey, I got exactly 7 minutes to 9 o'clock. 9 o'clock, I'll join the BBC to bring you few commercial. The BBC news, and then open the lines up to 9:30. 9:30, I'll take a batch of commercials. We will still play the song for them in our country. Cool way. Honor. 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 Good morning, my boss. Let's suck up in it. You know what? I love my boss man again. Let's suck up in it. I'm still there. Let's suck up in it.
Number one, get the ball. He pass it to number two. Number two, get the ball. He pass it to number three. Number three, get the ball. He pass it to number five. Number five, get the ball. He pass it to number eight. Number eight, get the ball. He pass it to number nine. Number nine, get the ball. It's a goal. Ay, ay, ay. Everybody clap for Lusa. Luska, everybody clap for Luska, clap for Luska, money player, money player, money player, money player, money player, Luska player, money player, money player, money player, money player, money player, money player, Luska player, money player, money player, money player, money player, money player, money player, Luska player, money player, Luska player, money player, money player, money player, money player, money player, Luska player, money player.
Yesterday, you should have gone to all the video clubs. Entertainment centers and see that. The music I playing yesterday. Amen. Anyway, you know that's our country and our national team. Nothing again. No matter what, we'll still support. But the reality is that stakeholders in this country relative to soccer need to put their eyes into play. They need to do something. We can't look. The Liberian people cannot be disappointed. You can't disappoint people every time. Every time disappointed, like bro, they'll be in high spirit to watch that senior national soccer team playing. They want to go down there, they get this. Lord. But we are on a very serious. They want back. I will say every day on your watch, chief patron of sports. If you leave power today and soccer is not improving in this country, someone will be highly disappointed. Honestly, in you. Even though to be a president and then honor your regime, they put banning SKD, you know what it means? Hey, baby, look at that thing who talking here. Footballing president and they ban your stadium. Yeah. You know, sometimes I say, Liberians, what sort of people are we? Are we not jealous constructively? I mean, how you're getting the point I'm making? You need to be jealous constructively. And that is what that I say. I say, well, Ghana men say we are the best in Africa. You say Allah. Then you want to blame Ghanaians for saying you're the best in Africa. Ghanaians will leave their country and go in the world men who they think they see they won't be in their country. They got stayed on your crowd. They feed a Ghanaian president just released of talk about building new stadium, state of the art stadium in Accra with swimming pool, with everything, Titan tracks and all on it. Nana Akufo-Addo never play football, but they made doing it. President, we are look at it and do it too. Do something. We can be here and we say we got a footballing president. Our football can go anywhere. I'm going to play South African Republic. I will see. The petition, I'll come put on the radio again for the game. You will see. Anyway, I'm going to take a break. When I come back, then we'll take your calls again. We're going to take the calls up to now. I want to hear from you. Recommendation. My recommendation is simple. Dissolve the senior national team. We'll draw from all international competition for the next 4 to 5 years and build a team. And let's come back and see what will happen now. Or we'll come back now and nothing happened. Maybe our cares now. We don't know. But I believe if we do that, we'll have a good team, a solid team. Okay, folks, let's try to join the BBC for 5 minutes of news. We'll come back. We'll keep taking your calls on 0777-777-107 or 0777-221-223. And for those of you watching out of Liberia, our WhatsApp number is +231 777 107. Soccer is a unifying force. It was soccer that Didier Drogba used in Cote d'Ivoire to bring peace to Cote d'Ivoire. They had a game to play in Abidjan. Didier Drogba said, no, let's carry it to Gbokie, where they had the rebels. Let's go to Gbokie, let's play a game in Gbokie. Cote d'Ivoire played that game in Gbokie and beat their opponent. After the game, Drogba knelt down on the floor to the rebels and cried for peace. That's how peace started coming to Cote d'Ivoire. The game should have been playing in Abidjan. Didier said, no. Let's carry it to Gbokie, where they get the rebels. Let's go play there. Let people can watch the game there. Didier talked to the rebel. Everybody put a gun on. They want to watch the game. After the game, Cote d'Ivoire after winning that game, Didier Drogba nailed down to the rebel and appealed for peace. That is second as to play with him. That joined the BBC.
Vaccinated.
And so what the NFL then has done is, without having to mandate a vaccine policy or requiring everyone to have a vaccine policy, they've moved all the pressure onto the athletes.
Plus, cricket's F1 and the opening weekend of the Women's English Super League. More in 5 minutes.
I'm Debbie Russ with the BBC News. Hello. New Zealand's Prime Minister Jacinda Ardern has promised to tighten counter-terrorism laws after 7 people were stabbed in a supermarket by a known Islamist extremist. Ms Ardern said the legislation, already going through Parliament, would be completed by the end of the month. The attacker was being followed by police who shot him dead when he carried out the attack. 3 people are in a critical condition. Phil Mercer reports.
The man, a Sri Lankan national, arrived in New Zealand a decade ago, was identified as a national security threat in 2016 and was under constant monitoring. The Prime Minister said the law had prevented keeping him in prison and that his violent ideology was inspired by the Islamic State terrorist group. Ms Ardern condemned the attack as hateful and senseless.
At a news conference, New Zealand's Police Commissioner Andrew Coster praised his officers and those who'd helped the victims.
I remain of the view that our police staff acted exactly the way we would have expected them to in this situation, and with great bravery and professionalism. I particularly want to acknowledge the first aid provided by the attending staff and other responders who are well trained, and the members of the public who helped. I have no doubt the first aid rendered has made a very significant difference for the victims in this case.
The Thai Prime Minister Prayut Chan-o-cha has survived a no-confidence vote in Parliament. It follows a week-long censure debate in which opposition MPs accused Mr Prayut and members of his cabinet of corruption and mismanagement. The former general, who seized power in Thailand 7 years ago before winning an election in 2019, has been widely criticised for his handling of the coronavirus pandemic. Jonathan Head is our South Asia correspondent.
He's irritated people for quite a long time with his sort of somewhat authoritarian, paternalistic style. And there have been, since last year, youth-led protests who want what they say is a much fairer and more democratic system. That sense of unhappiness has grown so much that I think even people in his own party who are loyal to him or bound to him by various networks probably thought maybe it would be good to get somebody new in there. But there's no obvious candidate to replace him. So no one was quite clear how this game would play out.
The head of Pakistan's intelligence agency, Faiz Hamid, has arrived in the Afghan capital Kabul as Taliban leaders continue to meet representatives from foreign governments. Pakistan has consistently denied allegations that it covertly supported the Taliban during the last 2 decades of conflict. A Taliban spokesman said a political delegation met the Pakistani ambassador to Qatar on Friday to discuss humanitarian situations and movement across the border. BBC News. The operator of the Frankfurt Stock Exchange has announced the 10 additional companies that are to be listed on Germany's blue chip company index, the DAX. The new entrants include the European aerospace company Airbus and the sportswear maker Puma. The expansion to 40 from 30 currently listed companies is the biggest overhaul of the DAX since it was created in 1988. The Constitutional Court in El Salvador has ruled that presidents can serve 10 consecutive years in office. The ruling allows President Nayib Bukele to serve another 5 years if he wins an election in 2024. James Reid has more details.
The decision to allow the president to stand for immediate re-election was made by judges he appointed in May, after their predecessors were sacked by the government-controlled Congress. The move will deepen international concerns about Nayib Bukele's authoritarian tendencies. Whether it will dent his popularity in El Salvador is another matter. Young, charismatic, tech-savvy, he's won widespread support with his efforts to fight organised crime and political corruption. As things stand, if his name is on the presidential ballot in 3 years' time, few would bet against him.
The Japanese tennis star Naomi Osaka has said she needs a break from the sport after suffering a stunning defeat in the 3rd round of the US Open at the hands of an unseeded teenager. Breaking down in tears, Osaka told reporters that she didn't know when she'd be playing her next match. She pulled out of the French Open earlier this year, suffering from anxiety and depression. The Formula One driver, Kimi Räikkönen, has tested positive for COVID-19 and will miss tomorrow's Dutch Grand Prix. His Alfa Romeo team said Räikkönen was displaying no symptoms and was isolating in his hotel. The 41-year-old Finnish veteran will also miss next weekend's Italian Grand Prix if he continues to test positive. That's the latest BBC News.
Okay, so after the BBC News, we are back here on this radio. Of course, yes, got exactly 4 minutes to say goodbye to you on this program this morning. So that's it, sucker. Let me read this thing. I want to say something and yeah, ready. I can't say when I read it. It says 15 years ago, DJ 15 years ago, DJ Drogba ended war, recording the historic history in 10 points. Football is, football is not just a game. The beautiful sport transcends everything. We remember the story when DJ Drogba and his teammates led to a ceasefire that brought relief to millions of people across Ivory Coast. Drogba helped Ivory Coast qualify for the 2006 World Cup, ending 76-year wait for his country. The striker was already a superstar back home as he was enjoying a glittering career at Chelsea. After a 3-1 victory in Sudan to secure their place, the media were allowed room and DJ Drogba was handed the mic. Listen, it was because of they play again after again. The mic. Starting straight at the camera, the charismatic forward spoke. And I quote what he said. He said, men and women of Ivory Coast, from the north, south, central, and west, we proved today that all Ivorians can coexist and play together with a shared aim to qualify for the World Cup. He continued, and I quote, pardonnez me, please. Oh, sorry, no, please. Forgive one another. Drogba's appeal came amidst heightening tension in an already bloody civil war that had been raging for 3 years with millions affected. I'll leave it there. And when you see the picture, Drogba is running on the field with the Soyapo behind, Soyapo running behind him. Soldier. The picture here. You see? So, football is not just about the game, it's about the thing got passion. You know, it got passion. So people hear about football, they want to watch it, they want to enjoy it. You sit there and we spend money in the video clubs, we go to entertainment center to watch the game, we come from there with broken hearts. Until we will not talk, we will talk. This game, when DJ qualify his team for the World Cup, the game should have been played in Abidjan. But DJ said, no, let's go to Gbokie, where the rebels are. Let's go there. Let's go play the game there. And the man spoke to Ivorians, spoke to the rebels to cease fire, to stop the war. And so today, when you're talking about any war in Cote d'Ivoire, you're not saying, well, I mentioned and you did your Drogba. And he did it through soccer, through sports, football. Football is a unifying force. So people don't play easily, papi. Please. Don't leave the person and say, well, are you doing anything for soccer in this country? Don't leave the person who are doing nothing for this country, papi. If you were even if you were build our soccer in this country and not doing any other thing, people will still hear you. Anyway, Let's hear you. 07777. We're still looking for recommendation. Yesterday, let me get you the phone. Was sitting at the entertainment center watching the game. I bought my Lone Star flare, tie on my head. Let me talk to this caller for Good morning.
Yes.
How are you doing?
I'm calling from West.
And what's the name?
Emmanuel calling from West.
Let's hear you.
I agree with you what you say. Like, the national team is got to take for people. Some officials use the national team benefit themselves. They want to bring it back, but why to that? Even the national team do that well with the city. Even in Liberia, the last Liberia played 2 goals. Now of 8 years, we bought our ticket for the beyond the but then government officials put that they put that friend on the good have the ticket, but outside the stadium in the end head of fighting before we go on to see the police and the Labrador and the 2 goals. But still with the right and the Labrador, we had in the 2-2. And for Nathan, I reserve even Labrador played